welcome to another wonderful episode of Margaux with Margaux. Today is Monday, the 16th. How are you guys doing out there? How was your weekend? I hope you had a good weekend. I have to tell you, the coronavirus is everywhere, on the news, everywhere. But I'm happy that I'm able to that you've taken the time out to join me this evening. Hold on one second. I just want to show you the glass. This is Margaux, and I'm Margaux, and that's where I got the name Margaux with Margaux. So I'm going to do a quick sip. So if you have any wine or anything you like to share in, just say good evening and welcome to another wonderful episode of Margaux with Margaux. Thank you for joining me. Oh my goodness, how was everything? Well, it's been nonstop news. And honestly speaking, I started this whole thing about a month ago talking about coronavirus. And at that point, I thought, okay, it's going to stay probably in China. They'll figure it out. I'm a very much an optimist personality, but I have to tell you, when I realized the testing and the lack of testing days ago, I realized, oh my goodness, this is going to turn into something not so good. I am still concerned, but I'm a little bit more optimistic, and a couple of reasons why. One, I feel like everybody's working together. I get that sense that people across the globe are in touch with each other. They are working on a solution. The president's involved, vice president, everybody's involved in doing what they can to help each other. And that's the most beautiful thing about this whole horrible thing that we're all going through. It's brought us closer together. And that's kind of why I decided to continue to talk about it, because I felt if I can shed some light or figure out ways that we can communicate better, support each other, and love each other, then we're doing something wonderful. And we also understand that this is changing the way we behave, the way we act toward each other, and it's changing human behavior, and our world is changing. So we're part of history right now. People are going to read about us 50, 100 years from now and say, wow, those people were part of this revolution. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more. First off, I just want to talk about what the president announced today, which I thought was quite interesting. They had a press conference, and if you've noticed, they've had one Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and of course today, keeping the public engaged and informed, which I thought was really spot on. So hold one sec. I'm going to read a little bit about that. So if you want to find this information, it's posted on the CDC website, which I'm going to give you the web address again, but also the president tweeted it out. And of course, I tweeted it as well because I thought it was really wonderful. It says 15 days to slow the spread. The president's coronavirus guidelines for America. 15 days to slow the spread. 1, if you feel sick, stay home. Do not go to work. Contact your medical provider. 2, if your children are sick, keep them at home. Do not send them to school. Contact your medical provider. If someone in your household has tested positive for coronavirus, I thought this was really, really good. Keep the entire household at home. Do not go to work. Do not go to school, and contact your medical provider. And when you think about that, it's very smart, right? Keep everybody, if one person has it, keep everybody at home because they may be carriers and they could spread it. And we don't want that to happen. So stay at home 14 days, call the medical provider if you need more help. If you're an older person, stay home and stay away from people. Not the easiest thing to do. If you have family like I do, and if you have people that you know that are very active, to tell them to stay at home when they're older and they're active is really difficult, but you have to emphasize the importance. This is serious, and we don't want our loved ones to suffer. So it's important that we get that information out to everyone and share that because it is critical and it's important. Next thing, if you're a person with a serious underlying health condition, this can put you in increased risk. Examples: impairs a condition that impairs your lung, heart function, and weakens your immune system. Stay home and away from other people. Very, very important. I thought this message was spot on. If you've noticed, it basically have slowly started shutting down the entire country. Each state has their own issues and problems, and they're shutting down to keep everyone away from each other. The problem with coronavirus, very contagious. And the concern is you can be a healthy person, go to the store, someone else has it, you go home, you infect the entire family, go to church, you infect the entire church. You have no idea how quickly this thing can spread. So it's important to follow the guidelines. I myself, women in general tend to worry more than men. I'm one of those people, very type A personality. I completely changed my behavior, completely changed everything that I'm doing. Am I concerned for the future? Absolutely. But you know what? I'm a survivor, you're a survivor, and we're in this together and we're going to make it through. I'm going to go also just kind of point out some interesting news on vaccination because first step is follow these guidelines, stay away, do what you can to eliminate any potential threat of getting this disease. And be very mindful where you put your hands, where you put it in your face. Wash, wash, wash. I have gloves. Do whatever it takes. Protect yourself. This is serious. Good news is this has brought a lot of people together in general. Um, uh, Politicians are working together, scientists are working together, medical people are working together, and society as a whole are working together. I know I'm trying to do my part, and that's why I continue to do the show. Had no idea that this is something that I'd be talking about every single day. It was supposed to be fun, loving, and exciting, but here I am. And sometimes in life, you just have to rise to the occasion. And I've risen, and here I am to support anyone I can and help us get through this. I'm going to read to you a little bit of information I found about vaccinations and what's going on there. Roughly 35 companies and academic institutions are rushing to create a vaccine, and at least 4 have tested it on animals. 4. Moderna, which is a biotech company in Massachusetts, has already shipped the first batches of COVID-19 vaccine to the U.S. National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases. It is said to be ready for human trials in April, but the first patient will receive an experimental dose on Monday, which is today. So we will know shortly how this is affecting people. Now, obviously, a vaccination is supposed to be given to healthy people to prevent it from happening, but of course, people who have it, they can test and see how their bodies react and see if this is a positive thing. I have a gut feeling that we're on the verge of a new way of handling how we get a product out to the public. I think this is going to be done very rapidly. They understand this could be a major concern, and there's something's going to happen soon. So we're going to report on that every single day, how the vaccination is coming along and what news is out there. So there's a lot of information online. You can find out more about which companies. But this one company, Moderna, it's a biotech company in Massachusetts, have already testing it on 1 patient. So we'll find out soon how that information is coming along. Okay. Now, the other thing I talked about on Friday, which was interesting, as I was telling you about my experience shopping and toilet paper. Now, the president has already reassured us that after speaking to the heads of all the grocery chains, that there are groceries out there, and just be mindful. There are people who don't buy groceries for 2 or 3 months in advance that need milk or food for their families or their kids. And so we have to be mindful. Just take enough for yourself. I used to shop every 2 weeks. Now I'm doing it once a month. That may be a better strategy than to just buy supplies for 6 months and wipe out all the shelves. And what happens is people tend to hoard. They'll say, well, I get 6 months or a year. I have a feeling they are working night and day to come up with this vaccination, getting those tests out. They understand we're up against a clock. And I have the feeling that we're going to get a handle on this quickly. We've got really smart people, really hardworking people on the front line every single day that are working hard to prevent this from spreading. And all of us have a responsibility to do our part to stop it as well. So clean the handles in your car. every single thing. I clean, clean, clean. So it's become part of my daily habit. And I hope that you, of course, do the same, and we can get through this together. I'll continue to be here every day, Monday through Friday. I may start doing it on Saturday and Sunday to report any new news that I find that I think could be helpful or interesting. Now that I've shared with you what is going on, what you can do, vaccinations are on their way. The next thing is, okay, we're in this together. Now what do I do? Isn't that the best? Isn't that what you're thinking? Oh my God, what am I going to do? I'm going to take one more sip of wine, and we're going to talk about what we can do while we're sitting around waiting. Hold on. Take one more sip. Okay. What are you going to do? Can't go to the gym. Can't go to work. Kids are home. You need to start figuring out a plan. What can you do with your children that's productive and interesting and keep your mind healthy and strong? First off, yourself. You have to be careful what you're watching. I watch some television and some internet on the coronavirus, but the way my mind works, I can become quite obsessive. So I have to cut it off. I have to cut off the television on coronavirus. I have to cut down the internet on coronavirus. I get the information that I have in front of me. My first thing is, what do I have control over? I can't control coronavirus, but I control myself, my thoughts, and my time. Next thing, how do I strategize work, school, and children? Online school is going to become really, really popular. You know that. Maybe more outdoor activities out in the backyard with the kids. Spend more time with the kids. Another really critical issue, which nobody really is talking about, is the mental health part, which is what we're talking about now. You have to stay positive. You also have to be internally grateful. You have to be grateful, one, I'm not sick right now. Two, no one I know in my close family is sick, and I'm doing everything I can. Those three things alone should make you be very positive and say, I'm grateful for the life I have in front of me, and my kids are safe, my family is safe. And if you have a family member you feel is in a difficult moment, I know there are a lot of people who have family members that are, you do what you can and you pray. I think the best thing is to take charge of your attitude, stay positive and strong. Human beings have made it through everything. We've been around a long time, and this little coronavirus is not going to stop us. I have been listening to a lot of great information out there. There's a couple of people I really want to mention and some websites to give you really quick. One, let me share with you the websites. Go to cdc.gov, has some really good information about the kids and home and school and things like that. Go to www.cdc.gov, www.cdc.gov. You also go www.coronavirus.gov. Those two websites are they're really the same website, but they set it up so it's easy for people to remember. Go to www.coronavirus.gov and www.cdc.gov. We have to stay positive. Smile. There you go. You're smiling? Smile, be in the moment, be happy. Next thing on our list, another great website is the World Health Organization, www.int.gov. No, www.who.int. WHO.int is the World Health Organization, has some really good information there as well. Another really good resource, there's three websites I always recommend, is www.nih.gov. That's the National Institute of Health. So we got the World Health Organization, Center of Disease Control, and National Institutes of Health, www.nih.com. Those are three good websites to get really current information of what's going on. So I've given you great information. I've told you to be mindful. I've given you where to go for information to look online of updates of cures or vaccinations that are out there. I think we're going to beat this thing. Honestly, we've been around a long time. And we have seen everything, been through wars, we've been through a lot. This is an invisible war with a germ, and we're going to beat it. And in fact, we're going to be, in case there's another epidemic much worse than this. Now, I'm going to give you a couple of other people to watch online or their websites, which I thought was really good. And if you guys have any information you want to share with me that you want me to talk about, that would be great as well. I do like listening to Scott Adams. I found him probably about a year ago before the election, and just he's really interesting. Scott Adams, he's on Periscope and he's on Twitter. We also have Dr. Oz. You can find some great information on his website. He's also on Twitter, and they just have really great information. Now, how do you stay healthy? First, mental health is important. Pray, meditate, prayer, Bible, whatever keeps you in a spiritual place is really key, because then you're happy and you're joyful because you say, my God, we're going to make it. And so what? I got to change my life up. So what? I got to make some changes in my work environment. So what? It's going to cost me financially. But at the end of the day, you're a survivor. And if you're a survivor like I am, you're going to be strong and healthy, and you're going to get through this, and you're going to be proud of yourself because you took great measures. You took control of your family, and you're going to see the light of day. You're going to be a stronger family, a stronger person, stronger family, and we're going to be a stronger country as a result, and stronger people in general because of something. Because whenever something terrible happens, there is a shining light of something that comes from it. Always. Hasn't it happened to you? I know you've probably gone through some dark times. I know it's been tough, but there's always a shiny moment at the end. It's happened to me many times, and I'm hoping you understand what I feel. So diet's important. Stay away from junk food. Oh my God, that's my hardest part there. I started like, oh my God, I have my favorite cookies. Don't eat it. Stay away from sugar. Not good. Uh, Stay away from sugar, which is a good idea. Exercise, exercise, exercise. Now, of course, you can't go to the gym. You find ways to exercise. There's lots of great information on YouTube. You can also use your backyard if you don't have a backyard. If you have friends, maybe you could figure out a way that if they're healthy and strong like you, maybe you can meet up. I don't know. They're suggesting don't meet up with other people till you know. But get out and try to be as positive as you possibly can. Also, boost your immune system. Your attitude affects your immune system. If you're a happy person, your cells are fighting. If you're depressed, it takes away from your immune system. So it's important to stay focused, to stay in the moment, to stay grounded, and to take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Everything's going to be okay, my friends. Everything's going to be okay. We're going to be here every single day. I'm going to think about Saturday, Sunday. We're going to talk about meditation, staying calm. We're okay. We're okay. Humans have been around a long time, and we're going to be around for millions and millions of years. This is just a brief moment in history where we have to look at ourselves, come together as a species, love, love, love each other, give someone a break. If you're an employer and your employee is having a hard, you help them. If you're in a position of money, wealth, and power, you can help others. You chip in and you help each other. It isn't about, oh, what do I get out of this? It is about our survival. If I can help you, you're helping me, and we're in this road together. We're going to make it. We're strong, strong, strong. Now, I'm going to give you some things that I've tried. I love the game Scrabble. I don't know. Have you guys played Scrabble? That game, I had no idea how much it made me think. So, one of the board games I like is Scrabble. You can have teams, you can have your kids. It teaches them words, it creates this kind of fun loving family environment. This is a time to get together, snuggle together, be together as a family, laugh out loud, and remind your children and remind yourself that this is just a moment in time and we are going to get through it. But I love Scrabble. It's one of my favorite games. I did do something that probably wasn't the best idea. I decided to see the film Contagion. Came out in 2011. And when you see the film, it is eerie of what we're going through now. It's a daunting movie to see again. I saw it in 2011. Contagion has Matt Damon, Gwyneth Paltrow, Marianne Cotillard, Lawrence Fishburne, a lot of great actors. Really well done about the spread of a virus. I don't know. It's directed by Steven Soderbergh. Really, really well done. I don't know if I recommend seeing it because you may become more frightened after you see it. But to me, I wanted to see it just to get a better grip of what we're in for. I don't hope what happens in the film, of course, happens to us, but it made me aware of how quickly these types of these types of contagions or infectious diseases can spread, and that's where the real concern is that it's an invisible virus we have no control over, and it can kill us. It's a very daunting, terrible thing to look at, but we're strong. We're going to face through it. And I have a feeling something positive is going to happen. Something miraculous is going to happen for us. And we're going to see, watch. We're going to get a cure. Maybe 2-3 weeks we'll have something. There are people who want to save us. They're on the front lines. My prayers are with you. If you're a doctor, if you're a nurse, or you're out there meeting people, God be with you. Everyone who is affected by this, God be with you. If you have a family member who's sick, my prayers are with you. If you've lost a loved one because of this disease, may God bless you. That person now have their angel wings. We got to continue to spread light and love where we can and support and love each other. One of the things people are suggesting online is ordering food from our local restaurants. That's something else I'm going to start doing tomorrow. I'm going to support everyone. So I will be here tomorrow at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I was running a little bit late, as you could probably notice, but tomorrow I promise I'm going to be on time. And we're going to continue to talk about this together. Hopefully, I'll have a little bit more information about the vaccinations, which is really important to share. It gives us hope, but we got to have hope for each other. We have the smartest, brightest, hardworking people working 20 hours a day with no sleep out there to help us. And so we got to keep it going just for them. And they're out there, they want to help us, and we got to be there for each other. I think it's really important that we support each other, that we love each other, and we tell each other we're here for you, our neighbors. We say hello to our neighbors more. I want people to know that I care. And maybe it's just a nice listening ear. Maybe it's just having compassion. Maybe it's just taking a moment and listen to someone. Tell you their problems. Maybe that's all that person needs is a good friend. So my prayers are with you. We're going to get through this coronavirus part in history, and we will be the people will be read about in our history books that we went through this dark time in history, but we were strong, we were vigilant, and we made it through. We have to have faith. Our power in our words, there's power in our thoughts. We want to send light and love to everyone. And we have to understand we're all on a spiritual human journey. I'm one of those people, very spiritual, can't explain it, but I truly feel each of us are here for a reason and a purpose. And we just have to hang in there together. It is love, love, love is our middle name. Let me get just one more glass of wine just to say hello. I was going to share my favorite quote, but it doesn't seem that appropriate because in the normal time, it seemed like you had a little bit more control. Now we're kind of in a place where kind of don't know where things are going to go. It's a day-to-day thing, and that's what's important too. It teaches you to be in the moment. I'm an A-type personality, love to control everybody and everything. I had to let go. I had to live and let go. I had to do what I can, love in the moment, and let go. And that is the message for today. I'm going to post some more stuff online. I think with the kids, I'll go back to the children really quick. I think it's important to just talk to your children, make them understand that they will make it through it, and you love them and give them the security and the love that they deserve. God bless you guys for joining me this evening. We'll be back 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow. Have a good night. Take care. Bye-bye.